Hey guys, it's Rebecca. It's been a long time since I have been back to this channel. I'm so sorry about it. And before all of that, I'm sorry if there's any background sound. Just bear with me for this time. So, it's been so long. I know it. So many things were happening. New university. I joined a new university. So, my first year, and so many assignments, notes, exams. So it was hectic, so I couldn't find time. And also I was in this huge reading slump, and this is my first time experiencing a slump. And it, almost half of the year is done and I was in the reading slump. And I literally thought this year I wouldn't be reading any book, and that's why even I kept my Goodreads goal as 5 books. But I'm glad that I'm out of it finally. And I started reading and I almost finished 6 to 7 books, so I'm super glad about it. After coming out of the slump, I was full enthusiastic of creating content here, so I try to be a bit more consistent. By the title of this video, you would already have the idea what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna talk about all the books that I read in the year 2021. I know half of the year of 22 is past already, but anyways, I want to talk about it, so I'm gonna do it. It's my channel, I can do it, so yeah, I'm gonna do it. So I have read total of 33 books last year. It might be a small number for you guys, but for me it's a big thing. So yeah, so I'll be going month order, in the month order. And if I talk about all the books here, I'm pretty sure this video is going to be super long, and you guys don't want it, even I don't want it. So I'll be talking about the books, I mean mentioning the books and the stars that I've rated it, and I'll be doing dedicated reviews for almost all the books, so you can look at my reviews. I mean, my point of view on this book, on these books. There, in the first month, January, I read 3 books. The first book is AB the Autobiography. It's an autobiography of the cricketer AB de Villiers, and I loved it. I have a review for it. You can check it out. I'll put it in the description box as well as the iCard. I rated it 5 stars, and I don't have my books right now with me. My house is under renovation, so I've packed all of it and kept. I put the pictures of the book covers here, you can see it. And the second book is The Silent Patient. It's a crime thriller, and I was totally hyped for this book, but it didn't live up to my expectations, so I rated 3 stars. Then coming to the third book is House of Salt and Sorrows. It's the, what you say, the retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses, and I'm super hyped about it. And yeah, I loved it, but I was a bit confused in the end, so I will be rereading it. Not in the near future at least, but I'll be rereading it. I have given it 4 stars for now anyways. Now in the month of February, I didn't read any book, so coming to the month of March, I read 1 book. It's The City of Bones, the first book in the Mortal Instruments. I was super glad I read that book. I rated it 5 stars. Now coming to the month of April, I read 4 books. The first 2 books are the second and third book in the Mortal Instruments, for which both of those have 5 stars. I rated it 5 stars. The books are City of Ashes and City of Glass. Then coming to the 7th book, I read 7th and 8th book. Both of them are graphic novels, you could call them that. It's The Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The first one which I read was The Deep End, which I rated it 3 stars. That was the recent kind of release last year. I mean, it was released in the year 2020, and I was okay with it. Then came The Old School, which I rated it 4 stars. Now I think I'm growing out of Wimpy Kid, because I told I have read 5 to 6 books this year. I read one of the Wimpy Kid book as well. That is the most recent release of Jeff Kinney in the year 2021, which is Wimpy Kid Big Shot. And I didn't find it humorous at all. So I'm sorry, but I think I'm growing out of it. I don't find it any more humorous. I mean, the old books are like pretty humorous. I love them, but now I think I'm not into it anymore. And and I might not pick up any more Wimpy Kid books. Let's see. Then coming to the month of May, this is the month which I read the most of books, like a lot of books. I read 8 books in this month. And the first book is Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, which I rated 3 stars. And I'm gonna make a review on this whole series, so wait for it. Yeah. The next book is City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. I mean, The Mortal Instruments, 4th book, and I rated it 5 stars. Then I read City of Lost Souls, 5 stars. Then people told me that I should read Infernal Devices before reading the Heavenly Fire, the last book in the Mortal Instruments series. Otherwise, you could get spoiled for the Infernal Devices. So then I picked up the Infernal Devices. So then, after Lost Souls, City of Lost Souls, I read Clockwork Angel, 5 stars. Can I just say I love Cassandra Clare? Her writing is just awesome. Yeah. Then coming to Clockwork Prince, 5 stars. Clockwork Princess, 5 stars. Then I read City of Heavenly Fire, 5 stars. Then I read another Wimpy Kid book, which is The Ugly Truth, and I gave it 2 stars. Then coming to the month of June, where I read 3 books. I read the first book in the month of June was Trace Evidence. I rated it 2 stars. So this is a short story collection of the viral series. Like these have I think 4 to 5 short stories. I have talked about the viral series by Kathy Reichs in my channel, and I really love it. And I was like, I wanted to retrace it with trace evidence for a proper closure for the book, but it was a total disappointment for me. I regretted reading it. So yeah, it's a 2-star read for me. Then I read The Hate You Give. I rated it 2 stars. Please hear me out. I was hyped for this book. I was really excited to read this book because it's relatable to things that's happening in the world right now, and I wanted to read it. But the thing was, once I started reading, I didn't like the writing style of the book, and I didn't care for the characters in the story. Now I'm a character driven reader than a plot driven reader. So I really, if I have to like a book, I really need to like the characters, and that didn't happen in this book. I really didn't care what happened to the characters, but I finished the book anyways. So that's the only reason I rated it 2 stars. This book is just not for me. I mean, it's a good book, it has a good plot, but it's not for me. The next book that I read or listened to was The Mystery of Alice by Lee Bacon, and the audiobook format. It was Audible original, and I rated it 5 stars. It was a reread. What do you say? Reread? Read, listen? Yeah, whatever. So that was a second time listening to it, and I loved it. Coming to next month, July, I've read 3 books. The first book is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, and I rated it 2 stars. I have so much mixed feeling about this book, and I'm so confused about my feeling about this book. So I rated it 2 stars. This book is just not for me. Classics are not for me, but it's not like I'm not gonna pick up any classics. I might read classics. So yeah, let's see. The next book is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. So this book was a roller coaster ride for me. In the starting of the book, I thought I'm gonna give it 5 stars. Then I thought in the middle of the book 2 stars. Then at the end of the book, I gave it 4 stars. Then coming to the next book, I read Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. So in the year 2020, I had read Philosopher's Stone. So I took up Chamber of Secrets and I gave it 5 stars. In the month of August, I read Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, 5 stars. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, 5 stars. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, 5 stars. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, 5 stars. And Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, 5 stars. Then coming to the month of September, so I was so much in this Harry Potter world, wizarding world, I didn't want to come out. I was so sad that it got over, and I wanted something about it. So even though I had heard very bad, not bad, negative reviews about Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, I decided to pick it up and I read it. and I enjoyed it. To be honest, I enjoyed it, but I gave it 3 stars because the only reason is I really want to forget Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, and I want to forget the epilogue of Deathly Hallows because spoiler alert for all the people who haven't read both of these books. It's not a huge spoiler for the plot, but anyways, if you don't want to listen, I'll put the banner here. When it's you can mute it, and when it's done, you can unmute your volume. So yeah, so I want to just forget the epilogue and Harry Potter and the Cursed Child because in both of that they are, I mean, grown up people having kids, and I just can't accept that fact. Okay, for me, they are still teenagers, and I don't want to remember them having like kids and grown big and having jobs and all that. So no, I'm not gonna. I just wanted to forget it, so that's the reason I gave it 3 stars. And to be honest, I really liked Draco's son. Okay, I really liked his character. Now coming to the next book, Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters, I give it 4 stars. Then Percy Jackson and the Titan's Curse, 4 stars. Then coming to the month of November, I read 2 books. The Bane Chronicles, 5 stars. Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy, 4 stars. The last book that I read this year is Percy Jackson and the Battle of Labyrinth, and I rated it 3 stars. Then I started with Percy Jackson and the Last Olympian, and that book put me into a reading slump. So yeah, that's it for today. Those are all the books that I read in the year 2021. Let me know what are the books that you read in the year 2021. I know it's late. Still you can share it to me. I would love to know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Meet you guys in my next video. Thank you guys. Bye.